So here we go, everybody. Take a comfortable seat. Allow your feet to be flat on the floor. Let's just roll the shoulders a little bit. Allowing yourself to settle in. Go in the other direction. And then maybe bring those shoulders up towards your ears. Create fists with your hands. Tighten the muscles of your arms. Press your feet into the floor. Deep breath in. Find a muscle you can squeeze and squeeze it tight. And then let all of that tension go with a ha. Eyes can be closed or looking softly at the floor in front of you. And now is when we begin to pay attention to the breath, to the body, to our thoughts and emotions. Whatever it is that we bring to our practice this morning. And just let yourself notice the quality of your breath. Does it feel effortless and open? Are there some places that feel closed off or restricted? Just notice that without making a judgment. Whatever else has happened earlier in the day or what you may need to do when our practice is over, let that just rest for a bit. What's most important is being fully and completely in the moment. Inviting your breath to get a little bit deeper now so that it begins deep in the belly and travels upward through the chest to the shoulders, and exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. Filling the body as you breathe in, letting it all go as you breathe out. And if you like, you can even exaggerate the exhale so that the belly squeezes back towards your spine, letting go of all the breath. And maybe setting an intention for your practice this morning. Not only to be fully present to yourself, your body, and your breath, but also to be kind to yourself. Showing yourself the love, the care, the compassion that you deserve. And we'll bring our centering to close by bringing hands to heart center and joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May we all know peace. So opening your eyes if they're not already open and sweeping your arms up. And exhale, bringing them down. You can add, if you like, lifting the chin as you breathe in and dropping the chin towards your chest as you breathe out. Back stays straight. And exhale. Breathing in, and this time we're going to leave the fingertips lifted, But allow your shoulders to slide down your back, away from your ears. Pressing into your feet, creating length as you breathe in. And letting go of tension as you breathe out. Seated mountain pose. Feeling the sensations in your arms, in your shoulders, and your upper back. Remembering to be kind and to drop out of a pose whenever you need to. Good, let's bring the palms together now and then press them up towards the ceiling. Oh, press the ceiling away, nice long stretch. Breathe in and exhale to the right. Breathe it up to center. Lengthen a little bit before you dive down to the left. So as you're going from side to side with your breath, make sure that both of your sitting bones stay squarely on your chair. And reach. Let the breath go. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. And one more time, lift up. Press the fingers up one more time. And then bring the hands forward and let your back round. Tuck your chin. Press the wall away. Good. Inhale, come up. Draw the arms as far back as they'll go. Open the chest. And then exhale and round. Push the wall away. Inhale up. Reach it back just a little bit. Coming back through center and rounding one more time. And let's do both of those movements once more. Inhale, lift up and back. And then exhale, come forward and tuck the chin, press the palms away. And bring the arms down. So just take a minute to notice how your shoulders feel, how your upper arms feel. You might want to jiggle them a little bit. Good. So I'm going to interlace my fingers so that one palm is facing the other, and I'm going to draw my elbows apart. So I'm creating tension in the arms. I'm just pulling the fingers apart. Good. Breathe in and let's rotate to the right. Keeping that pull on the fingers. Inhale, bring it back to center. And exhale to the left. Bring it back to center. To the right. And back to center. Breathe in and exhale to the left. Bring it back to center. We'll do that once more each side. Twisting to the right. Nice tension on the fingers. Bring it back to center and exhale to the other side. And again, just let your arms rest and take a breath. Let's go through the 6 movements of the spine because that's always a great routine to warm up the body and to get rid of those early morning kinks. So we'll begin with the dog and the cat. Inhaling into dog, the head looks up, the chest comes forward, and then exhale and round. Bring your shoulders together in front, tuck your chin. Let the breath go. Inhale, opening wide, and exhale, closing. Really making a sound with the exhale to encourage the release of all that tension, anything you don't want to hang on to, let it go with the exhale. And exhale. And once more, breathing into dog, elbows back, shoulders back, and then tuck the chin, round the spine, let the breath go. And breathe it back to center. And we'll move into our twist now. We'll do both versions. So beginning with the right arm, let it extend. Put a lot of energy, shoulder to fingers. Exhale, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of your chair. Begin by lengthening your spine as you breathe in. Exhaling, floating the shoulder back. And if you'd like the adjustment, you can cross the left leg over the right. That will bring the stretch more up into the hip area. Take in one more deep breath and allow the exhale to bring you around. Uncross your legs if they're crossed and take a breath. Other side, left arm reaches out. Extend, extend, extend through those fingers. Bring that palm to your right knee. Right hand to the side of your chair. Create length as you breathe in and float the shoulder back as you breathe out. Option always of crossing the right knee over the left. Let the pose be very dynamic so you're working with the breath, lengthening a little more each time you breathe in and floating the shoulder back each time you breathe out. Just like you're wringing out a sponge. Great. Breathing in, bring yourself back to center, uncross the legs, and take a delicious breath. And we'll go to thread the needle now, starting with the right arm, stretching it out nice and long, sliding that arm along your left thigh. Remember, this is lots of alternatives. This might be just as far as your body wants to go today. Or if you'd like to go deeper, just lean into it. Head is relaxed. Adding a sweep up with the left arm if you choose. Neck and head are deeply relaxed. The higher you lift that left arm, the deeper the twist you'll get. Breathe in and bring it back to center. Other side, left arm stretches out. Slide it along your right thigh. So we move into the poses slowly so that we don't go beyond our comfort zone. Adding the arm sweep if that feels right. It's just an option. Head is relaxed. You can give it a little shake from side to side, just to remind it. One more deep breath in, and then inhale. Come up and take a breath. Hands to heart center as we begin some half sun salutations. Always beginning by pressing the palms together to enliven the muscles of the upper arms. Breathe in, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, back to mountain, and now hinging right at your hips. Fold forward, let the breath go. Palms to the knees as you come up halfway, exhaling and folding. Inhaling, arms sweep up. We reach back. We breathe in and back to the heart. Let's do that once more. Inhale and exhale. Take the breath in and very deliberately let it go. Palms to knees, halfway up on an in-breath. Exhaling and folding. Inhaling, arms sweep up. A nice reach back, extension in the spine, breathing back to mountain and back to your heart. Allow yourself to pause and notice sensations, staying with your breath. So it's a beautiful day for a walk. So I'm going to go for a little walk here. As you're walking, try to keep your upper body as quiet as you can and just move the feet and the legs. Breathing in, breathing out. Can add the arms, just like you're walking down the street. Saying hi to your neighbors. And if you want a little more intensity for the abdominals, we're going to bring the knee up towards the opposite elbow on an exhale. Nice deep exhale here. Really blow out that breath. That'll help you bring the knee up. And even if it only comes up a little bit, that's perfectly fine. The next time the right knee comes up, let's hold on to it. So you can hold behind the thigh, you can use your yoga tie, or you can interlace your fingers below the knee. Draw that knee up, shoulders relax, and we'll circle the ankle. Just circling. Notice any crunches and cracks. Perfectly normal. And then go in the other direction. So I'm going to stretch my leg out now. You can hold on behind the thigh if you like, or you can challenge yourself by extending your arms, letting the leg muscles and the core muscles do the work. Your abdominals are working really hard here. Don't lose your breath. Stay with the breath. And let's go directly into the figure 4 stretch. This is the one that's so good for lower back discomfort, sciatica. So all kinds of options here. Take a minute just to sit tall. For a deeper stretch, press down on the knee, pull up on the foot. And for a little more sensation, just lean forward. Most of the sensation should be in the upper outer part of your right thigh and hip. Take a deep breath in and let it go with a sigh. Let it go. Nice and easy. And then on an inhale, we'll come back up. Uncross whatever you've crossed. And take a couple of breaths before we go to the other side. And march a little further now. Got to get to the other side of the pond. Hope you're all getting some outdoor time. It's been beautiful. Make sure you drink plenty of water. It's going to be warm today. So if you want, you can join me in bringing the knee up. Blowing out the breath really helps bring the knee up. And this time, the left knee is going to come up. And I'm going to hold on wherever is comfortable for me, making sure your right foot is still flat on the floor. Good. Let's circle that ankle nice and slow. Working out all the kinks. Other direction. Stretch that leg out. Again, it's your choice if you want to use your tie or your hands to support your leg, or if you'd like to just challenge yourself by extending your arms. Sitting up tall, focusing on the breath. The breath will support you. And let's move into the figure 4 stretch on this side. So crossing ankles, knees. We're allowing that foot to come up on top of the thigh, taking a minute to lengthen, pressing down on the knee, up on the foot, and easing yourself forward if you want a deeper stretch. Letting your breath go to exactly where the strongest sensation is. Sighing the breath out. Ha. And then on an inhale, come on up. Uncross. Take a couple of breaths. So we'll energize our twist a little bit here. So we're going to breathe in, bring the arms up, and then exhale and go to the side. And we're going to do this kind of fast. So if you get tired, if you feel like you're getting overheated, just slow it down or just stop, rest, and breathe. Here we go. Breathe in and to the right. Ha. Breathe in, lift, to the left. Ha. 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 Extend up as far as you can go. Each time you go from side to side. Ha. Let the breath go with the sound. It really helps. Ha. Ha. And coming back into mountain, let's hold the pose. Shoulders relax once more. Feet press into the floor. Sit bones are grounded. Just like a mountain. Great. And lower your hands. Take a minute to close your eyes. And breathe. So we'll come up to standing and we'll come up through chair pose. If chair pose doesn't happen to work for you, you can just come up to standing any way that's comfortable. I'm going to move my feet back so they're slightly under the chair. Heels are up. Feet are hip width apart. Hands at the hips to begin. Good. Let's inhale and lift up partway. So the knees are still bent, shoulders are back. Lift the heart. More of a challenge is to extend your arms forward or even raise them overhead. Find that three-part breath that we did in the beginning. Belly, chest, and shoulders. Good. So keeping the knees bent, bring your hands to your hips and just gently rotate to the right. Breathe it back to center and rotate to the left. Bring it back to center, straighten your legs, release your arms, and shake out those legs. So, we're going to do some standing work, but always remember that if we're doing a pose, say like triangle or warrior pose, and you would not like to do it standing, you can always do the seated variation. That's fine. So I'm going to inhale, come on up on my toes, and exhale, bring them. Inhale, lift up those heels. Exhale, bring them down. So always keeping your weight right directly over the big toe sides of your feet. That helps with balance. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, lower. And one more time, breathe in and lift. Try to flatten your foot out, your toes out. Don't grip the floor. Great, and lower down. So we transfer our weight to the leg closest to the chair, which is your right leg. Making sure that knee is a little soft. You know, I always like to do that little bouncy bounce just to remind me to soften that knee. And begin to lift your left foot. Holding on wherever is comfortable. Finding your gaze, your breath. You can release the chair if you like. And we'll move into tree pose. So I'm going to take that knee out to the side. And you choose a position that works for your foot. You can bring it alongside your calf, or you can actually let the foot rest on the floor. Branches can be with one arm or both, your choice. and breathe. So pressing down into your feet, lifting up through your fingers, creating length, enjoying the breath. One more breath here. And then exhale, let it go. And release the foot. So I'm going to show you a different variation of tree, which is kind of fun. And you can feel free to try it or just watch, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to take the leg closest to the chair and put it up on the chair. So I want to make sure that the supporting leg is soft and straight up and down. I don't want to be leaning towards the chair. Draw that bent knee back. Feel a nice opening in those inner leg muscles. Good. And again, you can build your branches with one arm or both arms. Reaching up, drawing that bent knee back even more to open the hips. One breath, easily following the next. Inhale and exhale. And you can release the foot. It's kind of fun. So let's step out, getting ready for Trikonasana, the triangle. Again, both knees are soft here. Let's turn the right foot so the toes face the chair. Left foot turns in slightly, hips face forward. Extend that left arm up. Create length between the fingers and the foot. The whole left side of the body is elongated. Begin to arch. You can release your hand if you don't need it for balance. And breathe. Put some energy into that arm, bring it all the way up. Drop that hand down and just create a little counter stretch. You can look up at the ceiling, you can look directly ahead, whatever works. And breathe it back to center. So we're going to move into Warrior Two pose from this angle. So I'm going to just turn my hips so they're facing the chair. The feet will stay basically in the same position. And let's create a little bend in that right knee. Take a minute to look down and make sure your knee is not forward of the ankle. This protects the knee. I'm going to sweep my left arm up behind me. And if I don't need the right hand for balance, I'm going to release it forward. Extending the fingers in opposite directions, filling the body with breath. Good. Lower the hands. Let's come into reverse warrior. So left hand drops down, right arm sweeps up and back. Very similar to the counter stretch for triangle. Good. Breathe it back to center. And we'll move into straight-legged runner stretch. So let's turn the right foot so it's facing a low sweep pea. Remember, this is a bend that comes directly from your hip crease. So the intention is to keep a flat back and think about extending outward rather than bending. And here we go. On an exhale, bringing your hands down wherever's comfortable. If you would like, you can bring your hands behind your back. Good. Breathe deeply, belly, chest, and shoulders. Shoulders, chest, and belly. And inhale, bring it up. And again, if you'd like a little bit of a counter stretch here. Open your heart, breathe. Bring it back to center, step your feet together, and just pause for a minute, take a couple of breaths. You're bringing up a lot of energy today, and it's good to do it before the day gets any hotter, right? Let's go to the other side. So let's shift the weight to the left foot. Again, spreading the toes out wide and pressing down. So imagining that the exhale could drive the sole of that foot deeper into the floor. Begin to lift the right knee. Establish your gaze, quiet eyes, quiet breath. Hands can stay on the chair if you like. And we'll go into tree pose. So taking it out to the side. Choosing a position that works for the foot. One arm or two for your branches, and breathe. Your feet are your roots. Your torso is the trunk of the tree, and your arms are the branches. You can even open your arms if that feels more comfortable. Be the best tree you can be. Stay with your breath. Good, and bring the hands back and back to center. So let's try that other version of the tree on this side. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to bring my left foot up on the chair, turn the toes out, and allow the hips to open. Great. You can build your branches with one arm or two. Your choice. Nice deep breaths. Breathing in, belly, chest, and shoulders. Breathing out, shoulders, chest, and belly. And if you wiggle and jiggle, it's just your body trying to maintain balance. It's normal. Great. Lower your hands. Lower your foot. And step your feet apart. Setting up for Trikonasana, the triangle. Left foot turns out, right foot turns in. Hips, again. You might even want to put your hand on your hips to remind them to stay forward. Extend that right arm as far as it'll go. Reaching up to the ceiling, pressing your feet down into the floor. Begin to arch. And if you don't need that right hand or the left hand for balance, you can bring it inside. Gaze can be up at the horizon or at the floor. Deep breaths in and exhale, bring it up. Get ready for your counter stretch. Oh, feels so good. And guide that arm back. And we'll move into warrior two. So I'm just going to separate my feet a little wider and turn my hips towards the chair. Create a bend in that left knee. Sweeping your right arm behind you, left arm in front. Gaze is left. You can always hold on to the chair if you need to. Flatten the feet, strengthen, press down into the feet with the exhale. Deep breath in and out. Lower the hands. And let's do a little counter stretch. And back to center. Ready for straight-legged runner stretch? Here we go. So both feet are going to face the chair now. So are the hips. And remember to bend right from the hip crease. Nice flat back. Here we go. Soft knees. Don't lock those knees as you come forward. Hands rest on the chair if you like. Behind you. The gaze should be towards the big toe of your left foot. And breathe. Notice where your thoughts go, stay present. And then on an inhale, let's release that. And then to a little counter stretch. Lift your heart. And breathe it back to center. Step your feet together. Good job, everybody. Let's take a seat. So we're going to do our seated forward fold, and we'll do it in stages. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing with the position of my feet. So we begin by having the feet directly under the knees. Nice flat back. And then just let yourself come forward. Head is always relaxed on a forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips or walk your hands up your legs to come up. If you're not using your hands to help yourself up, you're actually working your core muscles a little more too, which is a good thing. So for a little bit deeper stretch, I'm going to move my feet slightly away. So you'll find that as you move the feet further away from your body, the stretch comes more and more up towards the glutes and the hamstrings. So here we go, hinging forward. Head is relaxed, breath is steady. Hands to the hips, let's inhale and come on up. So you can either stay with that version, or if you want, move your feet further ahead so the knees are almost, but not quite straight. And we always want to keep that little bend in the knees. The other thing to be mindful of here is that you don't slide off your chair. So just make sure you're well grounded. Let's hinge forward. Let the breath go. You can actually hold on to the legs of the chair for stability. Let your head be relaxed. Shake it no. Yes. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. And we'll release now. So inhaling, coming up. Bring your feet back under your knees. Take another breath. And notice how that stretch has affected your body. So we'll do our closing now, our seated closing. So this is when we take a few minutes to check in, body, mind, spirit, energy, how the practice has affected us. Allowing your eyes to close, tuning into the breath. And there's no particular way to breathe for this closing meditation. Just letting the breath flow gently in and out like a summer breeze. Noticing the body, the thoughts, the emotions. And I invite you to place one hand over your heart. Allow the other hand to rest on top and draw your attention to the heart center. The heart center is the place of love and joy, compassion, and also it's a place where we feel sadness and loss. It's also said to be the source of healing energy for body, mind, and spirit. And you can imagine your heart center as a beautiful emerald in your chest. As you breathe in, allow that light to expand and move outward through your body, through your mind, through your emotions, finding any place that might need a little extra care, a little extra TLC. Letting that beautiful emerald green healing light touch those places. Remembering that self-care is health-care. Opening your eyes now, as you breathe in, you may want to extend your palms outward and send some of that wonderful peace and healing, wishes for joy out into this troubled world, so needed. And then bringing your hands to prayer position, we'll close our practice this morning by joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from fear. And may all beings everywhere know peace. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. Even my dog is wishing you a lovely day.